Hello, welcome to our marriage and family universe discussion where we really talk about the importance of preserving your sexual purity um, and um, observing the the statutes that the Lord gave to Moses so that we can all obey and do what the Lord commanded us to do. So, and I just wanted to kind of give a shout out to Lope Columna for publishing these articles, and I'm just going to read them out loud so that just trying to spread the message and make it more public, make it more publicly aware so that people can access these and also be sanctified and be able to come to the full knowledge of the truth and be cleansed. So we obey the do's and avoid the don'ts of sex and marriage, understand these sexual laws of God, and avoid sexual impurity and its deadly consequences. Leviticus 20. So, sanctify yourselves, be holy, keep and do God's statutes. The Lord spoke to Moshe, saying, Sanctify yourselves and be holy, for I am the Lord your God. You shall keep my statutes and do them. I am the Lord who sanctifies you. You shall not walk in the customs of the nations which I'm casting out before you, for they did all these things, and therefore I abhorred them. So, sex is the secret sign of God's holy covenant. Everyone that perverts and misuses sex will be destroyed by God. So you must preserve your sexual purity and virginity. Why? Because all acts of sexual immorality damages you, your marriage, and family, and God's Ark of the Covenant. So, preserving your sexual purity is one of the greatest achievements in this life. It is even greater than climbing the highest mountain or landing on the moon and back. The purity of sex is very important to God. He will reward and bless those people that preserved their sexual purity for marriage. They overcame and don't give in to sexual temptations. Now, why should you overcome and maintain your sexual purity? Well, because you are to be holy to me, because I, the Lord, am holy, and I have set you apart from the nations to be mine. So, and another reason why I think that we should maintain our sexual purity is because we are temples of God, and as temples of God who have received the Spirit of God, which is the Holy Spirit, and if anyone who practices sexual immorality or indulges in adultery, they are destroying the temple of God. Therefore, God will destroy them. So, so that's just a warning that we should all be mindful and be careful to to be holy and be sanctified. So here are the statutes that were given to Moses, and they're all in Leviticus chapter 20 regarding laws of sexual relations. So consecrate yourselves and be holy, for I am the Lord your God. Keep my statutes and do them. I am the Lord who sets you apart. If a man commits adultery with a married woman, if he commits adultery with his neighbor's wife, both the adulterer and the adulteress must be put to death. If a man sleeps with his father's wife, he has shamed his father. Both of them must be put to death. Their blood is on their own hands. If a man sleeps with his daughter-in-law, both of them must be put to death. They have acted perversely. Their blood is on their hands. If a man sleeps with the man as with the woman, they have both committed an abomination. They must be put to death. Their blood is on their own hands. We see a lot of churches these days who are very, very tolerant of LGBTQ and transgenderism community, just kind of covering it up because they think that God is love and all of that. But we can clearly see here in the Bible that it says not to do so. It says, if a man sleeps with a man as with a woman, they have both committed an abomination. They must be put to death. Their blood is on their own hands. So I really don't know if the churches today know who the true God is, because in the Bible here it says that it is an abomination and he hates those things. It is detestable to the Lord. So let's continue. If a man marries a woman and her mother, it is depraved. Both he and they must be burned with fire, so that there will be no depravity among you. Depraved just means wicked, okay? So if a man has sexual intercourse with an animal, he must be put to death. You are also to kill the animal. If a woman comes near any animal and mates with it, you are to kill the woman and the animal. They must be put to death. Their own blood is on them. If a man marries his sister, whether his father's daughter or his mother's daughter, and they have sexual relations, it is a disgrace. They must be cut off publicly from their people. He has had sexual intercourse with his sister. He will bear his punishment. If a man sleeps with a menstruating woman and has sexual intercourse with her, he has exposed the source of her flow, and she has uncovered the source of her blood. Both of them must be cut off from the people. You must not have sexual intercourse with your mother's sister or your father's sister, for it is exposing one's own blood relative. Both people will bear their punishment. If a man sleeps with his aunt, he has shamed his uncle. They will bear their guilt and die childless. If a man marries his brother's wife, it is impurity. He has shamed his brother. They will be childless. You shall not walk in the customs of these nations, which I am casting out before you, for they did all these things, and therefore I abhorred them. You are to be holy to me, because I, the Lord, am holy, and I have set you apart from the nations to be mine. So as I was reading these, I could not help but to be reminded of like how wicked and evil the porn industry is, because they all kind of encourage these things which are which are detestable and are abomination to the Lord, which in theory they should all, whoever engages with porn and who gets enjoyment out of them, they must be burned with fire, because we are not really wrestling against flesh and blood, but we are, our enemies are in the heavenly forces. They are in the spiritual realms where they deceive us and stuff like that. But all of these you can pretty much kind of see on like pornography websites. So yeah, let's not watch porn, and let's not even imagine of doing these things, because they corrupt your imagination, which really just drains your energy, life, and your creativity out of you. So yeah, thank you for watching. Hope you have a good day.